Hello, it's Alex from the Archer and Olive Ambassador team.
Today I'm going to share some journal spreads to help you organise ideas for smaller home projects that will hopefully make you feel like you have a more complete space. I'm going to take you through some suggestions for using your journal to manage projects around the house. I'm going to use an 8x8 Archer and Olive journal, but any of these spreads could be adapted to work in other sizes too. Remember, for more on these pages, you can take a look at the blog post on the Archer and Olive website. And there you will also find a printable to save time setting them up in your own journal. Remember to subscribe too for similar tutorials and inspiration from the Ambassador team. In addition to a journal, some of the supplies I'm sharing today will also need pens, such as the calligraph brush pens from Archer and Olive. These are great as they have a broader brush for titles and headers, but the other end is a fine tip for smaller details. You're also going to need a writing pen. A ruler is always useful, like this planner stencil from Archer and Olive. I'm also going to use stickers and washi tape to add quick and easy decoration to the page. The first page we're going to create is to plan a room update. When time or finances allow you to make improvements at home, it can be hard to prioritise what to focus on first. Sometimes you're so used to seeing a room as it is, you may miss something that you always intended to replace or improve. For example, I finished painting a room 2 years ago, but I still haven't added lampshades to the wall lights. I've just got used to them as they are. I couldn't make a decision at the time. In order to really focus on what you can do in a room, I'm going to create a list divided into categories. This works well as a grid in an 8x8 journal, but could also be a simple bulleted list with headers. I dedicate one page per room and using the calligraph brush pens, create a title. I then divide the page into 4 sections. Do first. These are the priorities in the room. Does anything need fixing or anything that annoys me every time I walk in the room to do one day? These may be less obvious things, but try to really look at the space and find something that needs upcycling, repairing, replacing, what to buy. These will be things that you need to purchase, perhaps painting supplies for larger projects or just a new light bulb or decorative smaller accessories. The final category is research. If you do decide on changes and improvements, you may want to research items ahead of purchase. I would be checking reviews ahead of upgrading, for example, television or sofa. Perhaps you need to research different lighting options. Maybe you just need to spend some time browsing for new cushions to see what's available. So this simple page will hopefully help you get organised for making some room improvements. But it's always nice to add some decoration. So these are some stickers from Archer and Olive. And I love how they have a homely feel. So hopefully this sort of page will help you to work out the priorities, things to achieve one day, especially maybe if they need you to save up for them, things that you need to buy so you can collate one shopping list for all of the rooms, and anything that you need to do some research before buying or changing in the room. And you can create one of these for each room that needs an update. The next page we're going to create is a layout that can give you a broader overview of your home, especially maybe after a house move. You may find a more visual list suits your needs. When you feel overwhelmed by tasks around the home, and they all do need doing or seem essential, perhaps a bulleted list per room within a sketch of your house may work well to help you feel organised. I'm going to use an 8x8 journal for this page, but again, it can be adapted for other sizes. I'm going to start by simplifying my house into a sketch. It's going to include a block for each of the rooms. I'm using a pencil and the planner stencil as a ruler. It doesn't need to be to scale, but try and include all the rooms that you know need some work. Calligraph brush pens work well to outline each room by colour. The broader tip's perfect for wider lines, but the narrow end for smaller details, for example the name of the room. Once you've completed the outline, you can then create a bulleted list per room. This will help you prioritise the main tasks in order to complete the project. You can also use this type of page to plan a whole house declutter. You might want to use it ahead of a whole house decorating project, with a supplies list per room. For example, the colour chosen, the amount of paint you're going to need to buy. So there we have a finished page ready for you to fill in as a visual representation of tasks that need doing around each room in the house. So the idea behind this page is that you could easily have a list of regular household maintenance, things that need updating, clearing, checking, and every time you do them, just add in the dates. Of course, it's always nice to add some decoration. Here's washi tape from Archer and Olive. Often, if a page is more aesthetic, I am more likely to use it. The final page we're going to create, I'm going to use 2 pages of the 8x8 journal. We're going to create a timeline. The idea is that this would be useful for a moving house or home renovations timeline to give you an idea of step by step, whether this is per week, month, or even year planning. You can adapt it to suit your needs. So I'm just using the dot grid planner stencil to create these boxes. We'll do this all the way along, thinking of the dates that might be significant to us. So once I've drawn out my timeline, I'll probably break it into seasons, winter, into spring projects, summer and autumn. So for example, you move in at the start of the year, and then you can add the tasks that you'd like to achieve, things you'd need to purchase through the rest of the year. This type of page allows you an overview of a whole year or more than one year and the different renovation or home projects that you would like to achieve. I hope you found these ideas helpful, especially if you have a home renovation projects or smaller tasks that you'd like to achieve. For more on these pages, don't forget to have a look at the Archer and Olive blog, where you can also find a printable to save you time. Remember, you can also use the affiliate code ALEX10 to save you 10% on products at Archer and Olive. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos from the Archer and Olive Ambassador team. Thank you for watching.